YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Today we're going to talk about being armed and gorgeous with the new Jaclyn Hill palette. Stay tuned. Let's get started. So if you watch my other videos, you know I'm a huge fan of the Morphe Jaclyn Hill original palette, and it looks like this. This is, I just take this everywhere with me. I love this palette. I mean, the color choices are just absolutely exquisite, and I've done a lot of damage. This is my second one now. I really love that palette. So when she came out with her Vault collection, which were smaller palettes, which I like because I do travel a lot, I was so excited because I was like, I gotta get my hands on these smaller ones. They're so much easier to travel with, and the colors were absolutely beautiful. Now I'm gonna be honest, there was one, I think it had like I forgot the name of it. I actually included it in my makeup go-to products, which don't forget to check that video out. And I just kind of swatched them at the time, but I didn't really try it out on the eyes. So I ended up trying that one off camera, and I just wasn't as happy with the texture of those. I don't know, I just wasn't the same to me, and same consistency and same blendability as her original palette. But there was one that I was dying to try, and this is what it looks like. It is so beautiful. I am so obsessed with these colors. As you know, army green is here to stay. I had to even wear my army green because I love the color army green. It's just an absolutely beautiful color on all skin types, on all hair colors. I just think it is a gorgeous fall, summer, winter color all year long. I love playing with greens on brown eyes. I just think it's so beautiful. So I was dying to try it out, and I did swatch it in store, and I really liked it, and I felt like they were creamier than the other palette that I had bought originally. So this has been out of stock since her Vault collection launched at Ulta, so I was so excited to get my hands on this. But I wanted to do a product review on camera. So I did most of my makeup. Everything's pretty much done except for my blush and my highlighter, which I'll apply afterwards, and my eyelashes. So I feel like really naked right now. But I wanted to just do it on camera and show you guys and see, let's play with the look. I'm not going to go too dramatic, but I want to do something kind of fun and just kind of tie in my army green shirt. And for the fall, this is perfect, and I just wish fall would come because I really need fall to come. It is too hot here in California. I need that cool weather so I can wear my warm scarves and coats and boots and Uggs and everything. I just love fall. It's my favorite time of the year. So I wanted to kind of play with these colors and give you a fall makeup look. But I think I'm going to go in with what I've been doing lately, and that is my Hoola bronzer by Benefit. I have been using that as my transition shade lately, and I feel like it kind of ties my contour in through my nose area if I decide to do a nose contour, which I don't really do nose contours that much, but if I were to do a nose contour, it will just blend everything together, and your contour on your cheekbones and stuff. I just feel like it ties everything, and it's a beautiful way to blend, and transition colors are meant to so that your darker colors can blend into that transition shade. So I have been a huge fan of using this transition color as my transition shade. I mean, this color as a transition shade. I can't talk today. It's not doing good. I'm just not doing too well. So I'm going to go in with my MAC 224, as you can see from my last video, on my favorite go-to brushes. This is my favorite transition shade brush. Always go with a fluffier, bigger brush. It's going to be so much easier for you to blend, so keep that in mind. Just a little food for thought. So we're going to go in with that Hoola bronzer on my MAC 224. I'm going to dust off any of the excess because we don't want anything to, since I already did my makeup, we don't want anything to fall out. I'm going to go in with that, and I'm just going to use this as my transition shade. Oh my goodness, I haven't done a makeup tutorial, like a full-on makeup tutorial, in a while. I don't even know if I had done one this year yet. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, see how beautiful that looks? I love using this Hoola bronzer as my transition shade. It's just a very natural, and actually this is my go-to no makeup look. I just love using this color. It is so beautiful. And then if I were just to leave the house, this is how it would look. Oh, it's so pretty. It's my favorite. So let's go to the other eye, and we're just going to, again, we're just using it through the crease area. I'm going all the way in because I'm going to do more of a halo today. I don't really have a lot on the brush. I'm starting very minimal, and then I'll just build as I go. It's easier to do that with the transition shade than to put too much in, and then, ooh, you're stuck. You do not want to do that. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Agent, this last color right there on the end, kind of like an orangey color. I just love this color choices in this palette are so beautiful. It reminds me of pumpkin spice, and of course that's just kind of like a winter feel, which is weird because I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't really like a whole lot of pumpkin things, but I like the color and all that stuff. I like the fall colors. I guess it's more what it is. I like the fall colors. So I'm going to take that same MAC 224 and just kind of go over the Hoola bronzer, and look at how beautiful that is. See, so this to me is more like her original palette, this particular palette. I really like this one. Oh, these colors are so beautiful. Look at that. Oh, and they just blend in so good. See, I did not find that to be the same in that other one. I can't remember the name of it. I just wasn't, I don't know, I just really like that one. But this one I just love. I don't know, the texture of this one is just so much better to me. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that Agent and just keep building it. What I'm doing is I'm just building it. I'm building it up. Just like that. Taking it on the corner and then blending it inward. And then I'm going to take the excess and kind of go in more to that inner area. I might be smoking that out in green later, so we'll see. I don't know. Again, I've never used this palette. This is a first impression of this palette on camera. Oh, this color is so pretty. I love this color, Agent. Oh, you really could just take this and wear this as like a daytime look and you're done. Bow. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. Thank you, Jaclyn Hill, again for a very nice texture. So I'm going to just kind of lay it a little bit more on the corner there. And I've just got the MAC 224, so this is more just a blending brush. I'm not really necessarily laying down pigment right now, as much as I'm just trying to give a beautiful transition shade. But now I'm going to take my Smith 235. You guys know I love this brush. And I'm actually going to go in with Secure, that middle orange one right there. So pretty. I'm going to go in with that one. And I will link this palette at the bottom in the description box. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go in a little bit tighter into the crease. So right there. So I'm just kind of going very light at first, and then I'm just going to keep building to decide on what look I'm going to go with. I'm going to go a little bit deeper there. So pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to take Pukey from her original palette, this color right there, and I am going to kind of deepen that crease area with my Smith 235 brush. I love this brush because it has that pointed tip that really allows me to pack in that crease area. Yes, this is what I wanted. So yeah, right into that crease area. I'm going in. I'm going in on it. So I'm just going to keep building that up. And then I'm going to take the excess and bring it in here. Just like that. Oh yeah, that's a really pretty color to mix with this palette. I actually wish they would have put that one in there. Just kidding. I know. I can't have it all. Okay. Because remember, I wish I could just take it without having to take this big old palette with me. So now I'm going to take that same Smith 235, take a little bit more of that Pukey, dust off the excess, and I'm just going to lay it, because what I like about this brush is it's flat on the sides. I'm just going to kind of pack it in like right there, just a little bit, not a lot. I'll do the same thing on the other side, just kind of packing it in there. I'm just laying down a little bit of a foundation before I go in with the fun colors. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing on the inner corner area. Back that in here. So I'm just building up that halo right there inside the socket. Inside of that socket. And what I used today as my base was my Shape Tape. I'm still liking it, but I just still feel like the MAC gives you a little bit more pigment. Okay, now I'm going to take my Morphe 412 brush and I'm going to go in with that Smooth Criminal, which is kind of like a coffee brown, like a really pretty reddish brown. And these mattes are so creamy, so nice and pigmented. I really appreciate that. And then I'm going to go in on that corner right here and just kind of deepen it up a little. Just a little bit. I chose not to go in with too dense of a brush because I didn't want to lay too much color on yet because I'm still going to go in with that green. So I'm going to do the other eye and then I'll take the excess and kind of smooth it out inside the crease. So this is the color I have been dying to try and I just love, like I said, I love an army green. So this one called Top Secret, this green. It is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, this color is absolutely gorgeous. So I have been dying to try this out. I'm going to go in first with the Morphe 411. I'm going to go in with this Morphe 411. It's a little bit denser of a brush and I want to see, because I haven't tried this yet, how much pigment this green really has. So I've just kind of swatched it, but I haven't tried it yet. So I'm going to go in with that one first and see what we have, see what we're working with first. And I'm going to go in and just kind of follow that same area I was doing with the brown and just see if it lies. Okay, it's not really doing much. Okay, that brush wasn't really doing anything. So we're going to use my Smashbox brush. This is a lot denser, a lot rounder and shorter. As you can see the tip there. I like this as a dual end because it has the flat end that I can use my eyeliner with too. So I'm going to go in with that one and try it. Okay, I was so excited to use this green and I don't know now. Like I said, this is my first impression, so let's try this brush out now. Alright, let's see here. Oh yes, okay, so that's much better. Okay, it was just the brush. So, see how, oh, that's pretty. I like that. Woo! I like that. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I love a good green. Okay, so we're just going to build that up on the outside and on the inside. Again, creating that halo effect. Oh, that green is so pretty. Oh yeah. Oh, I love that green. Okay, let's go in on the other side now. Alright, let's see here. And I'm going to diffuse the edges. So I'm just trying to build the green color right now. And then I'll diffuse the edges when I'm done. Oh my goodness. So the more you build, the more intense that forest green gets. I'm going to go back into the original Jaclyn Hill palette and go back into that pukey color. This one right here. I'm going to go back into that color and just kind of diffuse the edges a little bit on top of the green. So right there, just like that. So I'm just diffusing the edges to blend everything together and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, because I like the green so much, I think what I'm going to do is just go back to that Morphe 411 brush, and it didn't deposit enough color for me, which is good because I'm going to go back and I'm actually going to use this color Prowl, just so I use some of the other ones in the palette right here, this color Prowl. I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to go in on just the outside area. And I'm just going to kind of deepen that up a little bit. So I'm going to try that out. Just because I want to try a couple of her other colors in the palette. So I'm just going to go in on just that outer edge right there. Just going to go, yeah, kind of deepen that area up. You can see it right there. Just like that. I don't want to cover up the green. So I'm just kind of taking a very, very, very little amount on this Morphe 411. And just deepening that outer edge area. Now I'm going to go back with the Smashbox brush and I'm going to deepen that green even a little bit more. You really could have just stopped at that green though. I mean, that's how beautiful that color is. Alright, I'm just going in on the edges right here. I'm going to smoke it in a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to go back, and I'm not going to have anything on that Smith 235 brush because there's still a little bit of the pukey left on there, and I'm just going to diffuse the edges again. So you just want to keep blending. Remember, that's the key to everything, is really diffusing the edges so there's no harsh lines. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Morphe 441, which is a great blending brush, and I'm going to go in with Access, which is kind of that, oh. Now I'm going to go in with that color Access, which is kind of like that mustard yellow. It kind of reminds me a little bit of this color right here in the original Jaclyn Hill palette, which I use quite a bit. I don't know the name of that one. I like that her names are on the bottom of each of these because it didn't have that in the original palette. So I do like that they included the names there, especially for us YouTubers. Alright, and now I'm just going to go just like on the edge, just the top. I don't want to cover up any of that green. So make sure you hold your brush kind of up here towards the end because you just want a light hand with this. And just go over the edges. Just like that. See? Oh, that is a beautiful color. Oh, that Access is gorgeous. So again, just literally on the top section. You don't want to cover up anything that you just did. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. And the good part is there is a mirror in this palette, so you could even use that mirror. Let's try using that mirror. I'm going to go in with the MAC 213, which is kind of like a flat brush, but still fluffy in a sense, where it's still going to blend really well. I'm going to go back into the green Top Secret, and I'm just going to pack in just on the outer and inner edges. Alright, let's just see what this does. Okay, yes, this is what I needed. Alright, I probably should have just gone with this one originally. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. Yeah, that's much better. I'm going to go in with that color right there. And it's called Coin, and I think it'll really tie in beautifully with the greens. And I am going to wet my brush. I'm going to go in with my MAC flat brush, and I'm going to go in with that Coin. Alright, I'm going to go in just in that center area right here. And I'm just going to kind of go small at first. And just kind of trying to angle the mirror so that you guys could still see me. But then I could still see what I'm doing. I'm going a little bit at a time because I feel like if you just start going in, especially when you wet it and you go in with these glitters, it's going to be so much harder to clean up. So go in small and go in little increments, and then add where you need to add, because especially with a halo, you don't want it all over the eye. You're really just trying to get it as it's a spotlight, smoky eye. Oh, that is a beautiful color. That is so pretty. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. Remember, even if you get a little bit on the edges, it's fine. You're going to go in with your brush and clean it up anyway. Okay, guys, that Coin is gorgeous. Oh, this color is absolutely insanely pigmented and beautiful. That is a pretty color. I'm going to go back in with Top Secret, the green, and I'm going to just kind of clean it up on the edges here. Just kind of smooth it out because I had put the glitter there. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Oh, that is so beautiful. Do you see that green? Do you see that spotlight color? Wow. Now I'm going to go back in with Access, that orangey color, and just kind of clean up those edges on top again because, no, it's a process because we just did all the extra green up there, so I need to make sure I blend it out on top. So I'm going to go back in with that Smooth Criminal. Smooth Criminal. Michael Jackson? No, because I can't sing. Not working for you? Alright, going back in with Smooth Criminal just to kind of deepen out those edges. Now I'm going to go back to my MAC 224. It is completely, pretty much clean. It had a little bit of that Hula bronzer, but that's okay if it does because I'm just going to kind of smooth it and just transition everything together. I'm a bigger fan of this one than I was the last one. Now, it's not going to come together until I put my lashes on, but it is a beautiful smoky green fall winter look, and I love it. I can't get enough of it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my lashes on off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I put my lashes on. I use the Kiss So Wispy lashes, #1, and I really love those lashes. They're so affordable and they go on so easy and so nice and so beautiful. So now I'm going to finish the bottom lash line, and I'm going to go in with Agent, that color right there. I'm going to take this MAC brush. It looks like that. It's like a pointed pencil brush. And I'm just going to go in there and just kind of smoke out that bottom lash line. Yeah, that's a pretty color. But we're just smoking out the bottom now. Now I'm going to go in with my Morphe 560. I'm going to take Smooth Criminal, kind of that orangey brown color, and I'm just going to kind of follow that same guideline, just kind of darkening it up a little, just like that. So now I'm going to go in with the MAC 228, which is like a really small, like flat brush. I'm going to go in with that Top Secret, that green color. I'm just going to try to go in as close as possible to that lash line. And just kind of, ooh yes, that's so pretty. I don't know why I went with the brush, but it just works for me that way. I'm kind of doing it on the tip of this brush. And I'm just kind of just going in as tight to the lash line as I can. I'm going to go back to her original palette and go into that really chocolate brown. And I'm sticking this darker color more in the center of the eye because I'm trying to make it look more rounded out since I'm doing the halo and not so almond shaped. Okay, now I'm going to go Morphe No Number, like a gel liner type brush. You can use any brush you want. I'm going to wet it, and I'm going to take that coin, that yellow goldy greenish color that we used in the center of the halo, and I'm just going to kind of like put it in the middle right there, just to kind of mimic the halo on top, but I'm just doing it on the edge in the middle. You kind of want to go on a small liner brush because you don't want it to impact the other colors. I'm just kind of mimicking. Ooh, that's pretty. Now, I'm going to take that same brush, I'm going to take that white VIP and put it in the waterline. We're going to try that out. I want to show you guys how pigmented this white is. Oh my goodness, this white is so pigmented. It is insane. And I'm just going to go into the waterline area. How to create like what I would do with a liner. I just want to use all the colors in the palette, so, or most of them. I'm really digging this Armed and Gorgeous palette. It is so beautiful, and I will be keeping that, and those palettes are only $15, and you can use your $3.50 off coupon at Ulta and Bow. It's like 11 bucks for a gorgeous palette with gorgeous pigmentation and creamy shadows, mattes and sparkles, and it's just beautiful. I love it. I'm going to spray with my Morphe spray just to keep it in the Morphe family. And I really do love the way this continuous setting spray sets my makeup, and it just kind of melts everything together. It's so beautiful. So now I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Amrezy Gold highlighter. This is such a beautiful color, and I think it will look really good with this look. And I'm just going to go in there and just kind of highlight my cheekbones. I like to spray first because I like my highlighter to go, wow. Look at that. Look at that highlighter. Isn't that gorgeous? This highlighter is so beautiful. Look at the way it glows. Woo. My final touch, I'm going to make sure I put that mascara on the bottom of my lashes because I forgot. I'm using the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. I love this stuff. It's pretty much a perfect dupe to Better Than Sex by Too Faced. All in all, I really am satisfied with the way this makeup look turned out, and I'm really glad I got my hands on that Armed and Gorgeous, now that I can get the name correct. And I was really looking forward to it. When I saw the collection first being launched, I was like, I cannot wait to get my hands on that green palette. because I love forest green. I think it is an absolutely beautiful color. It just gives you that fall effect and that fall feel, and I just love the fall. If you were contemplating on whether or not to get it, I would. I mean, it's so inexpensive, and I like how small they are, and they are different from her original palette, so definitely try it out. You can't beat the price, and Morphe just comes out with amazing products for such an affordable cost. But thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to check out my Instagram page at kristiallure, my other Instagram pages at GlamFIT Collection. Don't forget to check out our website, www.glamfitcollection.com, and get yourself a shirt or a t-shirt, and there's still more stuff to come on that website. Again, thank you again so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!